9/11 was the initiation of the war on terror. The war on terror has been nothing but a big disaster. It created ISIS. ISIS is nothing more but an American proxy. American proxy that is doing America's bidding in the least. And how do you create terrorists? You kill their moms, you kill their dads, you kill their brothers.
Hey dude, what's up?
What's that?
What's your ideology?
My ideology is humanism. We're all human. Let's not fight, huh? How about that?
So what about robots?
Yeah, good. Robots?
Yeah, do they have rights? What if sentient robots happen? Do they have rights?
Definitely not. Definitely not. Because they're man-made. How can a man-made thing that we could be given the same equal rights as its creator?
Mm.
You understand? Do you
You're
support robot rights?
I have no idea, man. Your voice is a little too quiet, though.
I'm sorry. You know what it is? I'm in my kitchen and I'm boiling the kettle.
I see. Perfectly understandable.
It's going to be boiled anyway. So, do you believe in robot rights?
Yeah, sure, why not? I care about all sentient life. That's my thing.
So, do you think Alexa is a sentient being?
Alexa? Yeah. I'm not convinced that she is. But I'm willing to change my mind if someone can do that somehow.
Well, the first thing, you said she. It's not a she. It might have a female voice, but it's a robot. It's it.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, but did you notice yourself call it a she?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I did do that, huh?
But was that you purposely mentioned and called it a she as if it's a human being, as if it's equal to a woman? She. It's a thing. Maybe it's an it.
Yeah.
That's what I would say to that. So, human robot rights. That's definitely I've never been asked that or spoke about this shit, to be honest. So
I just heard you say humanism, and my mind immediately went to what about robots? Well, like what can I counter? What's the opposite of whatever humanism?
Yeah. No, that's cool, man. Definitely interesting. It's it's a funny topic. I like it. But human robots, nah, come on. Like robots, we made that, and they can't have the same rights as us, and they're programmed as if they're programmed by man, by us. So yeah, I don't think they do.
So what would you say about animals? Do animals have rights?
Yeah, definitely, animals do have rights.
So what's the rights they have?
Like say a horse, for instance. I just don't think it's right for a human to say, I'm going to kill this horse because I'm superior. No, that horse is a sentient being. It has its purpose and right to be on this planet. And if this person thinks because he's superior, he can kill this horse, then no, this animal has rights. That's animal rights.
What if humans could make animals in a laboratory, like we can do robots? What if we can make sentient animals from basically lumps of cells?
Well, they do. They use mice. You could say a mice.
So you could say those are robots, right? It's just biological robots that we made.
No, but okay, this is okay. Right, so we're saying sentient beings, mice, robots. No, and mice, these are bred for a purpose. They're not like going to be extinct, and it's for the greater good. So they're not just being needlessly murdered, as of how the horse was being killed. They're being tested on. They're being for the best of humanity. It's not like for a evil reason. It's just That's my view on that.
So if someone could kill your horse for a greater purpose, would you be okay with that then?
Well, yeah, people do kill horses to make violins out of the hair. If there was maybe a purpose to kill the horse, Yeah, why not? But like I say, if you're needlessly looking to kill an animal just for your own pleasure, like hunting, for instance, I'm against hunting. But if you're hunting and you're going to eat the meat, fair enough. But don't be killing some exotic rare animal. Just hunt responsible. Kill a pig, kill a sheep, which is something there's plenty of. Something that you're going to eat. And yeah, what do you think of that? What do you think of hunting?
Hunting. I don't know. I think I'm not. I don't personally do it, I guess, but I don't. I can't see a problem with it if it's for the purpose of feeding humans, and stuff like that.
What about sport hunting? People who hunt for sport. Do you think that's a good thing?
If it's done in a humane way, if it's not like inflicting some insane amounts of suffering on the animals, then I guess I can see.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mad subject when we talk about hunting and humanity in a humane way, like killing humanely. There's not really a humane way to kill. It's still killing. It's not really a human or looking after a humanist thing to do to kill. So it's not really like humane. But anyway, we're kind of going off topic here. You put on politics as your tag, and
Yeah.
so do you vote?
I do vote. Yes.
Why do you vote?
Well, because it helps. It helps, I guess, locally change things.
Well, I myself, I don't vote. I've never voted, and I will never. And I don't believe in voting. The reason is politicians lie, and it's a given fact they lie. We all know they lie, yet we're okay with it. And am I going to vote for someone who's a liar, who's a proven known liar? No, I'm not. And the fact is, all these politicians are the same. There's none are better from the other. They're all very self-serving. They all only care about themselves. They couldn't give a shit about anyone else. That it's all about their legacy being noted down in history as the person who did this. They're very narcissistic, egomaniac people, and I'm not going to vote for one of these people. Like on the big things, they're all very similar, but it's just very minute little details that they squabble over. That's the difference, and I don't consent. I don't consent.
Yeah, man, I understand this, but what's your idea of how we could? God damn it. What's your idea of how we could change things if we don't do voting?
Well, people will end up forming their own communities naturally. They'll start. And it happens. Look, people form their own communities, their own tribes, their own villages. They don't govern themselves, and then people. That's what will end up happening. That's how things have progressed to where we are now. We're probably at the peak of our civilization, and all great civilizations or all great empires end up crumbling, end up failing. We're seeing it right now in front of our eyes with America. America is losing its influence, it's losing its power. It's not the big mighty force it once was. We've got Russia and China now making an impact. But it's all a big game, really. They're all there together. But yeah, America, like I said, is not the main power that it was. And it's...
Yeah, but would you say that the power...
I'm not voting.
Yeah, but the power... I don't think the power of the government is crumbling in place that the people are becoming more powerful necessarily. I think it's just going from America to China.
What country are you from?
Croatia.
Croatia, yeah. Croatia has a strong history. It's like what they said in World War II. Maybe you could explain this. Anyway, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought there. So you're from Croatia? Cool, man.
Yeah. Are you from the UK or what? Or where? Where are you from?
UK, yeah, from the UK, man. UK, yeah. UK, baby. London. Yeah, you ever been London, UK?
I have been actually once. I went to see Darren Brown live. It's really good.
How is it? Did you like Darren Brown?
Yeah, he's a surprising guy. Yeah.
Do you believe that he's a proper magician, or because a lot of his stuff he explains it.
Yeah, I believe he's the second coming of Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's what I believe.
Yeah, of course. I read something on it. He had this book called The Devil's Playbook or some shit. Do you know what it was called? Something devil.
I think I've heard about it. Yeah.
And he basically exposed some magic tricks in there, like how to do certain things. And with him, it's more like the power of the mind, sort of thing. That's I've always admired him. It's like, it's when he's talking to when he's done that one where he's exposing the mind readers or the tarot card readers. It's like a universal language sort of thing. Very smart. Which one? What did you go see when you to watch? What did you watch? What was
Infamous. Infamous.
Can you remind me what happened?
Yeah, basically, it was like, I don't even remember. It was a long time ago. I just remember it was really good. It was like a combination of many bits and stuff. I don't know. It was like pretending to talk to the deceased people in the audience, like that, cold reading, or
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's definitely an interesting guy. I remember watching one where he predicted the lottery results in the UK.
That was insane, man.
Yeah, I'm still to this day like, fucking, how the hell did he do that? Like, what the fuck was that? And obviously he must have had it rigged. That's the only solution I can think is that he had weighted balls.
There's a video explaining that they were like split cameras or something, that they were using there was a fake half of the screen behind and someone put the numbers when they were being read live, and there was a camera trick or something that they hid it.
Oh, is it? Okay.
That's one theory. That's just one theory, though. I'm not an expert in video trickery.
Yeah, no, but yeah, that was definitely an interesting one. Yeah, he's definitely interesting, man. He's one of the best for sure, man. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I like him. He's definitely good. So yeah, my overriding message here would be: don't vote, man. Voting is for schmucks. It's only an exercise in character profiling. You've put yourself in a pigeonhole. You've opened yourself up to emotional manipulation, where they know which buttons they can push and which direction to steer you in. So like, voting is nothing more but an exercise in character profiling. You tick that box, so then they know which way you're likely inclined to vote on certain issues, or how you're emotionally feeling towards a certain group of people, so to say, or whatnot. So I would say just withdraw your consent, because this is what it's all about. There's always this emphasis on vote. It doesn't matter, just vote. If you don't vote, you don't have a say.
But what about,
they want you to vote just to get your consent, just to say, look, the people have voted. Don't vote.
I don't. Do you really think that we can get enough people to stop voting to the point that the people don't consent to being governed?
Absolutely. In the UK, not so long ago, with Jeremy Corbyn getting into power, he only got in there because a lot of people didn't vote for the opposite, or they ended up voting for him. But people were losing their trust. There was like a record low turnout or something, or people didn't vote. And so that's what it's about. It's about withdrawing our consent, not voting, and then they don't have a mandate to govern the people. Then they would have to kind of appease the people and come with a next alternative. And that's what it's all about. It's people management, control people management, just controlling the people and how they feel. That's what government is. It's not to look after your best interests. It's to control you in the most efficient way, where you can make money for the state and spend your money on our goods. And
you're preaching to the choir, man. I'm an anarchist.
I was speaking to some anarchist, and he was for voting. I was like, mate, you're for voting as well, right? It's like, come on, man. You burn the house down, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's feasible where I am. I think that this politics, the elections, there are these localized elections that people are very engaged in, and I don't think that it's feasible where I am to spread the message of not voting, because it's everything everyone always talks about. It's all people talk about here. Are all these local things that are happening, and I think that everyone is trying to get involved and to become politician and to do something. Yeah, and it's just
What would you say is the main political issue in Croatia? What's the main thing that the politicians are talking about?
the main political issue. Uh,
Apart from COVID, because they're all talking about COVID.
yeah.
What is domestically, like over here, for instance, there might be a thing with immigrants. I know Croatia doesn't have that problem. It's like a 96%
yeah, there's,
country sort of thing,
I mean, everyone here hates immigrants,
which
but
is great.
it's not a huge thing. It doesn't happen all that much. I think. I don't know.
But that's what I'm saying. The politicians aren't running on an immigration ticket. They're not saying vote for me and I'll stop immigration. Vote for me and won't have less immigrants here. So it's not really a big issue, is it? They're not really mentioning it like that, right?
Yeah, it's not really a much of a advertising point, I guess.
So what would you say is the biggest vote winner? Like, what is the thing that I'm going to vote for him because he's doing this and that? What is the thing that? Yeah.
Just having a clean track record, literally, just having no history of being accused of stealing anything through of public funding. I think that's literally what people.
And that's good enough, yeah.
Yeah, that would literally.
That's good enough.
That's kind of sad, but that's what it is.
That's actually that's not a bad thing, man. If they're a squeaky clean person and they're the best person for the job, basically, that's what you want, the best person for the job. Yeah. You don't like, we're not running on policy here. It's like, I'm better than him because I've been to this school and I haven't done this. This is what you're telling me, right? Where over here it's probably a bit different. It's like, vote for me because I'm going to do this and do that. So you're saying it's more like character politics. You're voting for character. You're not voting for his policy. You're voting the person.
The best way to describe it is a mix of everything. There's some populism. There's some promising of great projects of fixing everything. There's some character assassination stuff. There's some things. There's some drama. There's a bit of everything, I guess.
Are you into conspiracy? Do you like conspiracies?
Not particularly. I have no idea. I used to be huge into all kinds of conspiracies. Why would you ask?
I find them interesting, that's why. And I just thought I'd mention it because we're talking politics. And politics is always shrouded in conspiracies. There's many things we can talk about, like 9/11, for instance. It was a big event. And I believe there is a conspiracy behind that. And most people do. It's very rare to find someone who is like, 9/11 was done by Bin Laden. And you don't really find... Well, I don't know. What do you think about 9/11?
I saw a very convincing video series from a chemist, Miles Power. It's called Debunking 9/11 or something like that. And he makes a very compelling case from a scientific perspective that it isn't feasible to assume that it was a controlled demolition or that it was something like that. So that's where, from that side, that's where that is. But if you're talking about Bush planning the hijacking of the planes or something, I don't know, something like that. I have no idea how. I don't even know what conspiracies tend to be about other than this. That's what I heard, at least.
So I think the video you're talking about is debunking 9/11 myths, where this guy is Yeah, I'm familiar with it. He tries to debunk the debunkers, this guy. And so, yeah, 9/11 was a controlled demolition, my man. And it was brought down with explosives. And have you heard of a organization called Architects and Engineers for 9/11 Truth?
I have not. No.
Well, it's a group of it's a group of like I think three, maybe a thousand, like hundreds and hundreds of academics, professors, people from like academic backgrounds, architects, engineers who deal with demolition and construction buildings, and they're saying that it is impossible for a building which is encased in metal, cement, and beams to fall at its own speed at free fall. It's absolutely impossible. And there was another building that fell that day, World Trade Center 7. Do you know about that?
Yes, it's
World Trade Center 7?
Yes, I know.
Well, that plane wasn't that. Well, yeah, as you know, it wasn't hit by a plane, but somehow that building fell. And buildings don't just fall. They definitely don't fall just from fires, anyhow. You know, and that's again a bit of a coincidence.
I remember that talking point, but I am so uninformed about any of this to make a judgment on what really happened. So I don't know. I have no idea.
Well, you need to. I hate to say need to. It's your choice, you know. And
yeah,
I've looked into it. I was dubious at first. I didn't want to believe that I've been lied to, and that my people who I trust to protect me are actually the ones who are trying to kill me, the ones who are actually initiating this war on terror to kill Muslims, steal land, resources. People needlessly dying, millions. Imagine the blood, the suffering, the needless death for people's greed because someone wants some land or some oil, and we allow it. And being I don't know or being on the fence or being silent is complicitness in this case. They thrive off it. When innocent life is being murdered, we can't just stand on the sidelines and be quiet or not have an opinion. They're counting on that. They're banking on that. And maybe it is by design that our memories don't remember 2 weeks, the news. Maybe there is a reason the news cycle is always the same. 4 or 5 stations repeating the same shit. Because it's to get you in an emotional state and to control you. And basically, media is nothing more but the fourth branch of government. It pushes government propaganda, government narrative. 9/11 was the initiation of the war on terror. The war on terror has been nothing but a big disaster. It's from its inception. It's been it created ISIS. ISIS is nothing more but an American proxy. American proxy that is doing America's bidding in the least. And how do you create terrorists? You kill their mums, you kill their dads, you kill their brothers, you devastate everything they know and love. And this is how they grew this resentment and created this group ISIS. So
yeah, I mean, I get.
I went on a bit of a rant there. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, I find it more likely that instead of planning these convoluted conspiracies to attack their own people to make a justification to control and surveil them, I think that it's more plausible that they just waited for a crisis, and when it eventually happened, they used it to push unreasonable amounts of restrictions, regulations, and surveillance. Yeah, that's how I think about it. But I understand that it's a huge thing to be mindful of when that the government.
Well, no wars are started by chance or by coincidence. They're all well planned, well in advance. They have the world's best tacticians and strategists working, plotting, scheming, planning well in advance. America was ready to get into Iraq. What did Iraq have to do with 9/11? Absolutely fuck all. These hijackers were supposedly from Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is a close ally of America. Also a close ally of Israel. And these countries, America, Israel, UK, Australia, France, a few other NATO countries, were all involved in this. It was like I say, there wasn't just one intelligence agent involved. There was many. This is one of the biggest. It's such an evil crime. The deception is unreal. People are. more easily led or are more likely to believe a big lie than they are a small lie. You know, if you were to tell them, 9/11 was flew into that, nah. But if you tell them, oh, I climbed Mount Everest, people are more likely inclined to believe the big shit than the little things. And I would implore you, man, to look into 9/11.
Yeah,
And
what
see
did you
that
say the organization was called?
Architects and Engineers for 9/11 Truth.
Architects and Engineers for 9/11 Truth. All right, man. I'll look into it.
Yeah, man, because they know better than me, to be honest. And these are like smart academic people who have literally sacrificed their life to talk about this shit and spread the truth, because they've seen it for what it is. This sinister, evil plot which has killed over 1 million people needlessly. And it's despicable. It's so sinister. It's unbelievable. Where we've made the bad guy the good guy and the good guy the bad guy. It's reality inverted. It's upside down. And people are literally walking blind backwards. That's what it is.
Oh,
yeah.
Are you cool with me putting this conversation on YouTube?
You plan to?
Yeah, I have like 200 subscribers or something.
Okay, yeah, if you'd like, man. Yeah, no problem.
What?
Do you get viewed? Yeah, put it up, man.
Thanks.
I have no problem.
Cool.
So, do you get much interaction on there?
I don't know, man. It's been kinda here and there lately. About couple hundred views per video at good.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's
I don't upload much, but I'm thinking of starting doing these Omegle politics debates and stuff like that, and putting it on YouTube.
Definitely. There's a lot of people doing this shit.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of these racist people doing this shit. Like, I find it half entertaining. I get a little laugh out of watching it. It's like, obviously it's a bit fucked up, but yeah, it's definitely like a little bit entertaining. There was this guy called Handsome Truth. Have you heard of him?
What Handsome?
Handsome Truth. Yeah, it's a bit mad.
I haven't heard of.
Like he's formed this organization called the GDL. It stands for the Goyim Defense League. What Goyim is, it's how a Jew sees someone who's a non-Jew, and basically he's trying to create this group where like everyone unites to hate the Jews. Literally, it's hate. It's a hate group. That's what they are.
So it's like an
and
utilitarian right, libertarian left unity thing.
Pretty much, yeah. It's like everyone united in their hate for Jews. That's what it is. It's a bit of a mad one. But yeah, you get like he's got a site. It's called Goyim TV, GoyimTV.tv, and a lot of interesting banned videos on there. And all the videos that are banned on YouTube, you'll find them on there. Because YouTube's a dying format. The censorship on there is fucking like it's unmatched. Like people talk about Nazi Germany and the book burning. Like the amount of comments that have been deleted and the videos that have been scrubbed off YouTube is fucking amazing. Like we're talking hours of hard work, blood, sweat that people have made into videos, and comments like billions of comments. These books, like fucking mountains of comments gone because it's counterproductive or it's against the narrative. Are you looking at that site right now?
What?
I thought you was checking out that site, Goyim TV.
I guess I'll do that.
Oh, fucking alright. Have a look. It's a bit mad though, I'll tell you that now. Don't be put off. There are fucking idiots on there, but you seem a smart guy anyway, take it all with a pinch of salt.
Yeah, thanks man. I try.
Yeah, man. Oh, definitely. How old are you, by the
way? 24.
How old are you? Okay. 28.
Damn.
A little bit older.
You sound
getting old, man.
Sound younger.
Oh, you're too kind, man. You're too kind.
But I've been feeling so old lately. Everything's changing so much, and I'm so tired. And
it's this lockdown.
Yeah.
It's this lockdown shit, man. It's fucking. It's just nothing. You can't go out. Can't enjoy your life, man. And you just end up reading shit and watching mad shit, and going crazy sort of thing. But you're definitely not, man. You're cool, man. You got your head screwed on.
Yeah, thanks, good. It was good chatting with you, man.
Yeah, likewise, man.
Yeah, I'll put this on YouTube then, I suppose.
Definitely, man. Check it out. Easy, man. Have a good one, bro.
Alright, peace out, man. Yep. And that's it, I suppose. Damn, that was cool, actually. That was pretty good.